Hello, I'm Czardus. Sit back, grab some coffee, and relapse as we build in Cities Skylines 2. But before we do that, be sure to check out today's sponsor, Apex Gaming. There's a link down in the description below that will get you some custom gaming PCs, a great source. But anyway, we are starting a new series today, and this map is a great one by Palm's Time. It's called Samui Island, and we are going to really just start building. And I want to build as if maybe this is an island in Maine that is seeing more and more people moving in because of climate change. And that's the theme that we're going to go with, and just really build and see where it leads us. The island itself is from Thailand, but we're really going to imagine it in a different location. So that is the idea. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Right, so here we are on the map, and we want to start over here. The starting area on this map is actually 7 by 7 tiles, so we might have some tile upkeep issues potentially, but I don't think we will. I think what we're going to end up doing is just having a long time before we have to unlock tiles or worry about that too much. But I do want to start here and really have, I think the main part of the big city will end up here. There's looking at the topographic, and it does seem nice and flat here, so it's a good location for that. And then eventually we can get more along the outskirts of the island as well. But let's go ahead and start in here, and we have a nice highway coming off here. It does have, like, this interchange here is going to cause some traffic, so we'll have to watch that. And then actually it won't be too bad, then it goes into an actual highway out there, so it should be good. And we can come in here and we'll get the city starting over in there. Maybe we've got a bigger part here. Just trying to think through this a little bit. How about what we do? Let's check the wind, first of all. That's always the thing I like to check. Air pollution is blowing really strong in that direction. I think what we'll do is we'll get the industry here, although then it's probably going to impact all of that. Might be better to have the industry here, because then it blows out into the water. But I mean, I guess that makes sense. I was thinking initially that we would have residential over here, but I think it does make sense to have the industry over there, which unfortunately that does mean we're going to have to drive through residential to get that. So we're going to have a bit of traffic from that, but eventually I think we could get another road out this way. Right, so let's go ahead and get this in here. We'll get a road, and we need residential in here. Let's get some contour lines, and we have quite a bit of space for contour here, or for residential. Now we have palm trees, which not ideal for a area set in Maine, but we'll work with that, and we slowly replace them. Perhaps I think what I can do is I can get the tree controller mod and work on replacing some of those over time. But for now, we'll just keep what we've got. I'm going to bring some roads out like this, just to get that started. And I think what we would probably see is a lot of following contour lines and respecting terrain and stuff like that in terms of road layouts. So that is kind of what I'm thinking with this. We'll get this right along here, and maybe even bring it all the way in. Yeah, I mean, that should get us a good little start. Let's just fill this out a little bit more. Okay, so we've got some big lot sizes in here, but that is fine. We are going to do North American, and we'll go ahead and do just regular low density in here. And I want to get resident or commercial along here, but this is actually a highway road, and I don't have any wide roads that can replace that. I guess this one could. That way we can get some zoning in there and get some commercial along that, which I think would be the case here. I like that. Okay, so now we can come back in here, and I'll go ahead and get residential in here. and we're going to have to get water and stuff like that in a moment as well. So let's go ahead and just get some of this commercial in place. Not too much, but we'll get a little bit in there. That'll be good. And then we can get industry in a minute, but let's figure out power and water. So power, there's no electricity provided by the map, so we're going to have to get our own thing here. And being an island, I think we're probably going to want to get a power plant. Now, it's going to be a lot of money, and we're not going to be able to export it. I'm tempted to figure something out. I mean, what we could do, I can't go off the map, so no, we can't export power at all. Let's go with wind turbines. Not my conventional choice, but I think it should be fine. There's also not a ton of production, unless we get it up on the hill. In which case, 5 megawatts for that. I think, I mean, this one can get up to 20. That's actually not too much. So I think we should be able to get this fine. If we put this a little bit higher, put that there, and then we can bring a power cable. I think that is going to be a low power wattage. Yeah, it produces a low voltage, so we can go ahead and bring a power line right down off of that. And bring it right to the road. So that should get us power right into the city. Although, look at that. We don't get it through here. So what we're going to do is we'll bring this across. And I'm going to bring one along this road for realism, and bring it like that, and that should connect the power. So now water, where do we have water? Wow, look at that great resource there. Now I'm a little concerned, these two, I'm not sure if they're connected. Hopefully they're not, because we're gonna put our water reservoir in here. I'm going to bring a road in this way first of all. Bring this right along like that, and then we can get our water reservoir there. And then sewage, of course, we're going to just dump that right out. Go ahead and dump it in the river here. I am all for simplicity. And then this is a little bit of a highway here, so we're actually going to upgrade this here too. Can't do it on the bridge, but that'll be okay. All right, so now let's go ahead and unpause. We can have people moving in. That's great. And we can get just a little bit of industry over here. Actually, first, let's upgrade this road on this side. It will let me upgrade. No, it won't let me because I just put this here. Okay, pause, and we're going to relocate you just a little bit. It fits that water underground quick. Sewage pipe or whatever. We'll do that. There we go. And then this should be able to be upgraded. There we go. And this road can be nice and wide, going all the way in there to the industry. And what we'll do is this can be a grid, actually. I get out of underground mode for that, and we can come in. I think I want a grid like this. That should be 6 by 6-ish. I think that'll be a good size for the industry. So where does that end up? I think that's about here. I did not look at the measurements, I will admit. But we'll come in here and we'll get our industry built. And fast forward a little bit, and hopefully we will get to that milestone before too long. But we'll just let all of this fill in real quick. All right, we've got demand again. Let's go ahead and fill in some more residential out in here. And maybe even those ones. I'm just kind of seeing how that goes and then going from there. I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and bring some roads out on this side. And again, I mean, this is all very flat through here, which I love to see. What I think we'll do is we'll bring a road, this road actually, will be good. We've got a river going up this way, and I think that'll be a good road for this one. That'll continue along the river, and on this side, it could come out and then kind of just be the shoreline. Ring road type thing here. Probably will end up being a road that gets widened, but for now we'll keep it like that. And bring this in here as well. Maybe even follow this a little bit. Not perfectly. Yeah, I kind of like that. Sometimes I like to build roads and see where things end up. I like that in there. And then we'll bring another one up here. It just ends up in there, and then this one can come out. Yeah, that is working well. And then we got to figure out what we're going to do in here. I think we'll just bring a road like that, and maybe even come in a little bit there. Because right along the water, it would make sense to have like a little bit tighter grid, or like not grid, but a little bit tighter of the roads. Same thing here. We're going to bring that there. And this here is going to be a little bit traffic inducing. So we're going to figure out a better way to get that in there. Actually, I think that will work. Yeah, I like that. Okay, then over here, oh, look at that milestone one. Beautiful. So we have unlocked some more development points and map tiles. We can take a look at that. Budget is the biggest thing I want to look at. Budget. Tile upkeep is 0. That is the important thing I wanted to check. Service upkeep is pretty high. We're not doing any trading. Yeah, so we have a little bit of an issue. When we get to the next milestone, we get a tiny grant. We don't get a ton of money, so we got to be careful. But we are about to get more taxes, so that is good. We're going to do that, and then we're going to go ahead and come in here. What is our unemployment? 0%. Great. So we'll come in and we'll go ahead and get a bunch more people in. And by a bunch, that's relative. You know, we're at 113 people. So if we get to 300, that is a bunch. And then we'll come in and we'll get a little bit of commercial in here. And industry, we have unlocked a bunch of stuff. Beautiful. So industry, though, we want to come in here to natural resources. We have a little bit of ore, not a ton. A little bit, and a tiny bit of oil somewhere, but nowhere really close. We do have fertile land, though, and that may be what we need to do. Unfortunately, the fertile land, if we come over here, if we put farms in, then we're going to be, like, using up our main city area. I'd like to get the farms farther out, so maybe we'll wait on those. But I am concerned about our money here. A lot of that is sewage. So if we lower the budget on sewage, that may make a big difference in here. Yeah, look at that. And do we still have good coverage on that? Sewage treatment is still quite good. Yeah, so we should be good on that. And we've got more people coming in. Unemployment is not 0 anymore, so that is good. We'll get a little bit more industry coming in here on Main Street. In fact, we'll come in here and rename that Main Street. That comes right off of here and right through town. And we've got demand for a cemetery. Now, a cemetery could probably go actually right at the end of this road. I think that makes sense. If we put this here, we may have to tweak it a little bit, so we'll turn off snapping. And the road goes over here. I could fit it kind of in here. I wish that it fit just a little bit better in there. What I'll do is, this Ivy Street going to be upgraded? No, I don't think so. I think what we'll do is we'll put this back here like that. And I know that it currently doesn't have a road, but that's okay. We're going to get an alley and bring the alley in front of it and over to both sides of that. And then what we'll do is we'll bring this. See, it already has a parking lot. And I don't like that, actually. No, we're going to take that back out. And what we'll do is a one-way road. Maybe. Maybe not. It's hard to get the look right here. If we do that, that's how they can get in, and then we could bring the alley the rest of the way here, as well as over here. Yeah, that ought to work. I think that'll be fine. So now we're back up on services, healthcare. Let's bring that back down. Wow, that healthcare, having one cemetery is costing me that much. It's tempting to not have the cemetery at all. But they want a clinic, and I don't think we can afford the clinic. That can be way too much. Unemployment is 0 still. Let's continue expanding. Get more people in here. We're going to come in and we'll bring this road out and down like that. And we'll bring this as like a frontage road. Bring one more road out like that to get a little bit deeper in there. And go ahead and put some people in here. Nope, not here. They don't need to be right in front of the cemetery there. But I do want a road along on the other side of the cemetery. And then this can come down nicely like that. And we'll get some homes on this side. Then bring a road in this way. I'm on the wrong tool, that's why. It was not quite looking, or like the curves weren't coming out the way I wanted it to, and I just had the wrong tool selected. Now, so this will go along here, and then we can go ahead and fill that in with more housing. Rock musician mansion available, lovely. Okay, so that is going to fill a lot of that demand. We have a little bit of demand for row housing. I think we'll go ahead and put some of that along here. Along the waterfront, kind of. And we'll see where we get from there. I'm really concerned about the budget. We got to get those taxes up higher. Which I suppose we could come in and we could increase the tax rate. Let's do that on industry and commercial. And I guess on there too. That'll help a tiny bit. Alright, but this is off to a good start. I like it. I hope you do too. Thanks for watching. Be sure to catch the next episode. It should be on the screen now. Members get an early access preview if it is available, and if not, eventually it'll be available for everybody. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.